Hi, hey, hello, my name is Sarah, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons over here on More sezrawrr, this long play that I've got going where we are terraforming today, my friends. We recently became a 3-star island over here. If you'd like to see the journey leading up to a 3-star island, this is episode 24. I highly recommend going back and checking out the chill, fun vibes that have gotten us to this point today, but I have big plans in this episode. I'm going to be showing you the map that I have overhauled, that I've edited to kind of give you a look at what I want this island to be. So far, it's still a work in progress, but we're going to get started with terraforming. But before there's some things that you've missed on Sezurbia. I need to catch you up on buying turnips, turnip prices throughout the week, and some little extra bits and bobs. So here's what you missed on Sezurbia. Alright, so we are starting here coming into Sunday morning with Miss Isabel. The plan was to buy turnips on Sunday, so Isabel says, good morning everyone. Right now on Sezurbia, it's 10:39 a.m. on Sunday, November 30th, 2025. I almost forgot to mention it, but Daisy May is here selling turnips. Well, don't forget to mention that because that's why I'm here, Isabel. She's only selling them until noon, so don't wait if you want to stock up, and I definitely want to stock up, and with that I'll get back to work supporting you and your enjoyment of our island. Thank you so much, Isabel. So as per usual, before going and buying turnips from Isabel, I want to make the most money that I can. I know we've got 2 million bells in the bank, but I did decide that I wanted to use as much of my own money from my pockets as possible, so I went to go and get the bells from the money tree that we had, and then I also went ahead and found the money rock as well to get us an extra 16,000 bells as well. And just doing a couple of Nook Miles goals, we did eventually have one come up to sell some fruit and also to sell 5,000 bells worth of stuff. But then I did go to the bank and decide to withdraw some money from the bank. We had 165,000 in our pockets. I knew I was going to need more than that. So I decided to withdraw 300,000 bells from my bank account. We still have 2,094 bells in there. And hopefully this week after buying turnips, we're going to be depositing a lot more back into it. I immediately then found the money spot and got the new money tree all sorted. So I knew that that was all the spending going out that I needed to do before I then went and found Miss Daisy May to purchase some turnips. But while I was trying to find Daisy May, I found that we had more black roses. I love that. I love having the black roses coming in. We're getting a cute little arrangement, but I'm gonna need more. And then I found Daisy May, who said, good morning. You're here to start your Sunday off with some fresh turnips. You know it. I've got turnips aplenty. How much are they this week? 101 bells each. That's not bad. That's kind of a mid-tier price. It's fine. But I did decide that I was not going to buy 5,000. I started off with 1,900 at 191,900 bells. That's all I could fit in my pockets at the time. So then I went, took them home, and came back to buy more. I decided that I was going to spend enough to buy 4,000 this week. So I then went and bought another 2,100. Yes, 2,100 to get us to 4,000 turnips. That's how much that I wanted to do. So we got 212,100 bells for that lot that I've got there, which means that in total for buying for 101 bells per turnip, we spent 404,000 on turnips this week. These are the turnips that we are playing with this week, my friends. Hopefully we're going to make good money from them. But that's all the time I had for Sunday. I didn't really do anything else aside from talking to our villagers. Nothing else exciting happened. So here we are on Monday morning. Good morning, everyone, says Miss Isabel. Right now on Sezurbia, it's 10:47 a.m. on Monday, December 1st, 2025. The 1st of December. Woo! By the way, today we put up some lovely Toy Day decorations near resident services. Toy Day is what they call Christmas in Animal Crossing. Super exciting. Very, very cute. I love Toy Day. I hope everyone comes by to check them out. Definitely. I'll go and check them out in a second, right? Just tell me more. Do you have anything more? I don't have any big news to share with you all today, but I would like to touch on one seasonal topic. Okay, no worries. What's the go, my girl? I was taking a walk on the beach this morning and spotted these rare coloured shells called summer shells. They're like blue ones. As the name suggests, they only wash up during the summertime because now we are in summer in the southern hemisphere. So it's summer, my friends. Find a few yourself and you've got an excellent excuse to craft some fun summer memories. I don't think I will, but you know. It's good to know. She's also sending us a recipe right now. What's the recipe for? I sent a recipe for a shell wreath to everyone who has the DIY recipes app. You should try to make one. Probably won't, but thanks anyway. And with that, I'll get back to work supporting you and your enjoyment of our island. Thank you so much, Miss Isabel. So now that we're in December, it's also shark season, my friends. I haven't done fishing or anything yet because I wanted to wait until I was with you. But look at the cute little Toy Day decorations for Nook's Cranny. So cute. And then there is also some that have been put up in front of in the plaza in front of resident services as well. So cute. I love all the Toy Day stuff. So then I went to check the turnip prices. Here we are at Nook's Cranny. So the current price for turnips is 87 bells per turnip. We are immediately starting not in profit, below profit. Interesting. So definitely not selling for that price. Let's check what the prices on Sezurbia we're doing for Monday morning though. Maybe we can do a little bit better over there. The current price for turnips is 81 bells per turnip. So starting really, really close together, but neither one in profit. Definitely not selling for that price, okay? So then we had Label visiting the island on Monday morning, so I went to go and see what tasks she had for me this week. I don't think we're going to do many of these. It's not super essential. We don't get Nook miles for doing them, so... She wanted to see a sporty outfit today, and I immediately went, I don't think I can do that. But anyway, I'll give you some sporty clothing so you have an idea of the look I'm going for. I'm going to need it, okay? Anyway, it's fine. I ended up not needing it. There you go. It's a Kung Fu tee. Let's take a look at what this Kung Fu tee looks like, right, my friends? It's definitely not my vibe, I can tell you that for certain. So this is what she gave us. Not the vibe. But straight away, I remembered that I had actually found some football pants from a balloon. So... I got some football pants and then I decided I was going to try and make a little football outfit kind of work. I put on my little stripy socks and this stripy tee and decided that was going to be the best that I could do for a sporty outfit. Will she like it? We'll have to just wait and see, right? So yeah, sure, take a look at the clothes I've changed into. Oh good, let's see it then. I see, and I was concerned. I really didn't think this was going to go well. But she said, yes, this is what I mean when I say I'm looking for a sporty style. Thank you to the football pants for coming in clutch. I have sold them now, though, because I don't need them. What a superb combination. I've learned so much. Thank you. Cool. So she's going to give us some more Taylor's tickets, but then she also gave us something that she's made from her own collection as well. It's a pair of sunglasses. I have also sold them. They're just not my vibe. And this is what I mean. I don't really want... to clog up my storage with labels stuff. It's not stuff that I'm ever going to wear, so I'm going to sell it all. I feel really bad. And also, we just don't even get Nook miles or anything for doing the stuff with labels, so I'm probably not going to do many more of them anyway. Then for Nook miles, I had to go and get 5 wasps for catching 5 bugs, which I do wasps because they sell really well with Flick. So we're going to get some wasps. And while I was doing that, Rolf wanted to have a chat. He said, oh, hey there, sezrawrr. You know what burns my beans? When somebody's got troubles but don't show any reaction and they expect me to pick up on it. So if something's worrying you, make sure you make that worry plain on your face. Help me out. I learnt the worry reaction. I hope I'm using it correctly. It's a cute one. I still want the question mark one though. When do I get that? Anyway, I then found the money tree from Monday. So good. So we got that money tree all situated in its spot. And then while I was actually chatting to villagers as well, Pashmina had given me a task. She wanted me to see if I could catch a killifish for her. So here I am at the pond. I had to use some of my baits to keep summoning fish at the pond. But we are about to catch a killifish for her. This does go towards the Smile Isle Nook Miles achievement. So anytime we have our villagers ask if to catch a bug or a fish, I'm definitely going to do that. I think they even do it for sea creatures as well. So I'm going to do that because it's one step closer towards Smile Isle. There we have the killifish for her. So we're going to go and deliver that for her and see what she says. She says, ha, we keep meeting up. So Minute's been treating you well, kidders? I bought you something. Oh, you bought it? This is so exciting, kidders. There's your killifish in my pockets. It's all yours, my girl. A killifish. It's just what I wanted. I know. Way to go, sezrawrr. I knew you could pull it off. Thank you. With some bait, it's all good. I picked out something for you that I thought you'd like. You okay with a straw boater? And I was like, what is a straw boater? I know it's a hat, but I couldn't picture it. So I went and tried it on really quickly. And well, look, it's not quite my vibe. It's a cute hat. It actually suits me, but pink's just not quite my vibe for this island. Anyway, then I checked back in for Monday afternoon for the turnip prices. Can we do better than 87 and 81 respectively? So the current price for turnips is 83 bells per turnip. Oh no, we're going down. It's weird though. We've gone down by 4 bells on Sezurbia. Let's see what's going on Sezurbia though. The current price for turnips is 77 bells per turnip. So also going down by like 4 bells. Isn't that so weird? We went down by 4 bells on both islands. Definitely not selling for either of those prices. That's all I had for Monday. We're going to come in for Tuesday and hopefully we're going to have some better turnip prices. It's just strange that on both islands, both down by 4 bells. Weird. Anyway, good morning everyone, says Miss Isabel. Right now in Sezurbia, it's 9 o'clock a.m. on Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. You know, I heard Flick is taking time off here on Sezurbia. That's the best news I've heard in a long time, actually. He loves our bugs so much. If you have any to share with him, I know I did make his time here extra special. I've got a lot of bugs to sell for Flick. That's all for today. Have a fun day out there. I will, especially selling to Flick because I've got lots of wasps, but also a couple of episodes ago, I found Scorpion Island, so I have like 14 scorpions to sell. I didn't have time to do that this morning though. We're checking what the turnip prices are. So the current price for turnips is 79 bells per turnip. Gone down again by 4 bells. What is that about? Literally 4 bells. I don't know. Anyway, let's see what's going on with the prices over on Seztopia. Maybe we can do better on Seztopia. So the current price for turnips is 73 bells per turnip. I think again that is down another 4. How strange is it that on both islands we are going down by 4 bells? That's a little bit bizarre, but maybe we can get some better prices for the afternoon because that's all the time I had for Tuesday morning. Let's see what the prices are for Tuesday afternoon. 75 bells per turnip. Well, at least we've gone down again by 2 bells. What is going on? It's weird. Anyway, let's see what the prices we're doing over on Seztopia for Tuesday afternoon. Current price for turnips is 69 bells per turnip, so this is weird. I think we're in the same pattern on both islands, and it's strange, right? But look, we've still got Wednesday prices to talk about yet. We'll get to them in a second, because I had lots to sell to Flick on Tuesday afternoon. So here I am with Flick. I did this in 3 separate transactions with Flick, because I had some bugs that weren't wasps or scorpions, and I kind of wanted to sell them first and get them out of the way. And I added up my 3 transactions so I can tell you guys how much we got from Flick, right? So much fun, right? So Flick, oh, you're such a passionate guy and I love you. I don't think I'll ever get your art. I'm so sorry. I just can't do it. So the first lot of bugs that I had to sell was some moths. I had some stink bugs, some man-faced stink bugs, violin beetle, 2 citrus longhorn beetles, and a flea. So let's see how much we're going to get for those beetles and bugs. A whole swarm. This is the best day ever. Okay, turn it down, Flick. Never dull your shine. Can I offer you, say, 6,555 bells for the bunch of them? You sure can. Absolutely. So I knew that was going to be the cheapest lot because then I went and got all my wasps and I had 31 wasps to sell to Flick. I knew these were going to do really well. So let's see how much Flick's going to give us for our 31 wasps. Ahem, can I offer you, say, 116,250 bells for the bunch of them? You absolutely sure can. Thank you so much, Flick. My bank account's going to look very healthy for a minute. Anyway, then I went home and got the 14 scorpions that I had at home. I'm ridiculously excited to see how much he's going to offer us for these. So here we go. Ahem, can I offer you, say, 168,000 bells for the bunch of them? Scorpions and tarantulas are always next level when you're selling to Flick. Like, wasps do really well, but we made more for 14 scorpions than we did for 31 wasps. Could you imagine if I had 31 scorpions? I probably would have if my net hadn't run out that night and I didn't have the opportunity to make another net without leaving the island, right? Anyway, so that was selling to Flick. Thank you so much. Let me just tell you the total that I got for Flick because we made a lot of money for Flick that day. So for Flick, I made 290,805 bells from selling to Flick. Thank you so much, Flick. We love Flick. What a guy. What a guy. So then the last thing that I did for Tuesday afternoon was find the money spot and get the new money tree all situated. So look, by the way, look at Barreled running around in the background. What a cutie pie. He's just playing by himself in the background. So cute. But you guys, that's all I've got for Tuesday afternoon. We're now going to come into Wednesday morning. I filmed the Wednesday morning update for turnips before I filmed my main channel video. So here's what you missed for Wednesday morning on Sezurbia. Alright, you guys, here I am for Wednesday morning. Turnip prices have been interesting so far this week. Not in profit at all, sort of hovering around the 70 to 80 bell mark. It's weird, but I'm hoping that that means we're going to have what happened last week where we're going to have a random spike. I don't know. I don't know the turnip patterns well enough to really be able to predict it, right? But here we are with Miss Isabel who says, good morning, everyone. Right now on Sezurbia, it's 10:33 a.m. on Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. We are in December now. Yay! I forgot. Sorry. I didn't forget that we're in December. That's not what I forgot. I had something I wanted to do for the beginning of December. We'll do that in the main episode though, right? Oh, by the way, if you want a rug or some new wallpaper to spruce up your place, Sahara's visiting. That's fantastic. She sells lots of unique designs you won't find anywhere else. I can't wait to find out what she bought today. Me too. And with that, I'll get back to work supporting you and your enjoyment of our islands. Now, at the moment, I do only have time to check the turnip prices because it's the morning, 10:33 in the morning. I've got to film some main channel stuff, and then we're going to get into the full episode for the afternoon. If we don't sell turnips this morning, we'll be checking turnip prices this afternoon, but let's go and see what those turnip prices do be doing, right? Yeah, I'm hoping that we get another good price this week. Keeping in mind, we bought turnips for 101 bells per turnip this week. I'm just seeing that coffee table up in the middle there that kind of matches my furniture style for the house. Might be buying that today. Anyway, I need to see what the turnip prices are doing. Please be a good price. Current price for turnips is 70 bells per turnip. See, what is going on? We're like very slowly going down. And it's making me concerned because I'm pretty sure there's one turnip pattern where you don't actually get a profit at all. This is making me concerned that we're in that pattern over here, but I just don't know. Anyway, so we're obviously... You guys, for some reason, my recording stopped. I don't know why it stopped, but we are going to find out what the turnip prices are doing for Sezurbia. Thank you. I was literally just about to come and ask, and I just looked over because my other monitor went to screensaver. I'm like, why did that happen? It's because the recording stopped. Anyway, let's see what's going on for turnip prices over here. The current price for turnips is 65 bells per turnip. See, what is going on? See, I just talked about the turnip pattern where you don't see a profit. What if we are on that pattern for both islands? If we are on that pattern for both islands, then we're in trouble. And when do I sell? See, this is when I hate the stock market because like, I just don't know what to do. It's too hard to predict. When do I sell my turnips? Because, I mean, it's only Wednesday, my dudes. We've still got this afternoon's price. We've got Thursday's prices, Friday's prices, and Saturday's prices. So there's still like 7 prices on both islands that I can look at for the week. But I'm going to need to see some big moves in an upward direction very soon to feel any kind of good about this week, right? It's just weird that we're kind of seeing this same trend of just very gradually decreasing on both islands. Anyway, that's all the time that I've got for this little update for you for this morning. So we're going to jump into the full episode of Animal Crossing New Horizons now. We're going to be terraforming. We're going to be checking the turnip prices as well. I'm so excited. So let's get into the full episode of Animal Crossing right now. All right, you guys. Now, before we jump into Animal Crossing New Horizons for the afternoon, I just really quickly want to talk to you about the map. I have some plans, some things that I want to show you. I've made some edits and stuff. I'm ridiculously excited. So this is the map of Sezurbia before I made any changes to it, okay? I'm just going to zoom in a little bit because we're really only focusing on the mainland here, right? So this is the layout as we have it currently. My house is down here. We've got some houses kind of sporadically. All of this is happening here. We've got the campsite over here. There was some immediate changes I knew that I wanted to make, but one thing I will let you know that can't be changed is where resident services is in the plaza. We cannot move this at all. Everything else we can move and change. All of the other buildings we can move and change, except for the airport as well. We can't move the airport and we can't move the plaza or resident services. So this is the map as we know and love it. So then the first edit I actually made to the map was a pretty basic one. I sort of didn't really know what I was doing at this point. I've got it a little bit more worked out by now, but the basic changes I wanted to make immediately was pushing back some of this cliff. We have this cliff that would extend down here normally. I want to push it back so that we've got, this is the mid-tier level here, and I want to have as many of our villagers living in this little area as possible. So we're going to be terraforming this area because we've got this one cliff which is the tallest cliff and it extends all the way down this side of the river to about here, and I want to terraform that to go away so I can lay out an area for where I want our villagers to be living. So that is big change number 1. Big change number 2 is also going to be on this side of the island at the top, because at the moment we have this lighter green again is the tallest part of our cliff. It kind of extends down into here, and I want to push that back as well. So this medium green tone is our second tier. So it's our medium tier, the first level of cliffs up from the ground level. So I have it over here by this pond. That's level ends about here, and then we go down to floor level here, but I want to build it up so that I can have a couple more houses that may not fit over in the main residential area that I want to have. It's kind of hard to explain via the map. I've been staring at this map for hours and hours and hours and making changes to it. So this is still a really basic change. Do you want to see the full map? The full map that I've changed? It's not completely finished, but this is the full map that I have spent hours and hours and hours working on. So you'll see I've better laid out this area, which is where I immediately want to be putting some of our villages, where we're going to be terraforming today to start being able to prepare to lay this out. So at the moment I have 8 villagers' houses here. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit 8 villagers' houses here. I'm going to have to wait and see how it looks once it's terraformed to be able to then try and plan out where those villagers' houses are going to be going. But then over the other side, I do still have the option for 2 more villagers' houses on this little extra bit that I'm going to be terraforming as well, building up to become an extended cliff top. So all of the grey parts you're seeing here, these are footpaths because I want to be using like stone footpaths. So that just kind of makes sense. So our house is currently down here where I've now got some of the shops in this carnival area. I want to move it up the back here where we have here. That's going to be where our house is going to be going. You can see that I've got these parts on the highest cliffs in the lightest green for the highest cliffs marked cemetery and more cemetery. That's where I want to build a cemetery. I want to build it out so that we have a complete solid mass, because at the moment there's a big gap right here, and that is all in between here where my mouse is currently. That is currently all like up here. This is currently all a middle tier cliff. I want to build it all into one great big long highest cliff so that we can have the cemetery running through and behind where my house is going to be. And that'll be totally fine. So we've got the villages here and some bridges connecting over the river. I thought that could be really cute to kind of make it seem like suburbia. The name of our island, Sezurbia, is a play on suburbia. And so I wanted to have a very cluttered residential area. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to be able to fit 8 houses in this area. I won't sort of be able to tell until I start terraforming and can start measuring out where houses are going to be able to go. But I would love to have this be really cluttered, kind of like suburbia, right? So then over next to where our house is going to be, we have this middle tier cliff, the first level of cliffs up from the ground. I would love to have a spooky forest here. I'm not going to go into details about the exact plans I have to make it a spooky forest just yet, because that's probably going to be something that's going to happen a little bit later on in the game. But then over here by the other part of the residential area, I have this bridge here, and I don't think that I'm going to be able to actually build a bridge there. I would like to give it a try, but I have a feeling that it's not going to work. Again, I won't know for certain until I'm able to actually start building that up. It's just that I then won't have a bridge anywhere to connect this side to this part, and that's just kind of going to annoy me, right? So I would love to be able to have a bridge here to connect this side over to the rest of this area. It's totally fine. I've also, you will see, moved to the campsite. The campsite was over here on the bump out that we have on the beach, and I've moved it over here. This area here is currently a little island bump out that kind of cuts off here, like halfway into the logo for the campsite. I want to build that out more to have enough space to put the campsite there. I think that would be a pretty cute spot to have our campsite. And then you're seeing the heart pond. I want to fully develop the heart pond to make it look a little bit more like a heart. At the moment, this side kind of is a little bit patchy and looks a bit strange. So I want to try and make it a little bit more even, looking like an actual heart pond. And then you'll be seeing these big brown squares that say VP and FO. This is fruit orchard and veggie patch. Okay, so that's where I want to put a full-blown veggie patch and move our fruit orchard, which is currently sitting around this area. I want to move it over to the other side and have a fruit orchard over here. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this little space yet. Like I said, I haven't fully come up with the full plans for this island. This is still a work in progress, but this is just a loose plan of the main things that I want to be doing. So let's come down a little bit further into the bottom half of the island. So down below here where we have our resident area, our Sezurbia area, I want to have this patch, this FB is going to be where we're going to do our flower breeding. I have cleared all of the extra flowers that we had in this spot to get our island to a 3-star island. I've moved them all away, so we've got plenty of space to move our flower breeding area over here. We could even do that, and I kind of want to do that in this episode after we terraform this part. I then want to get our flower breeding area set up over here because I don't have a lot of space where the flower breeding area currently is, and I would just like to make it a little bit better. We currently have flower breeding like over here, and it's very small and very cluttered. I need a little bit more space. To have a flower breeding area over here I think would be super nice, and we're not going to have that forever. We're eventually going to get to a point where I don't need to breed flowers anymore, and then I can decide what to do with it after that. But for now, I think that would be the best place to have our flower breeding. You'll see I do also currently have an incline right here, but I'm going to probably move the incline over to here just to have enough space to do the flower breeding. And also it just seems like I didn't really know what else to do with this little space in amongst the river, so I thought the incline would go pretty cutely there, and then going up into Sezurbia. So then we've got the main part of the island here. This is where the plaza is and all of that stuff. So we have Nook's Cranny currently here. We have the museum here, and we have the Able Sisters here. So I've decided that I want to have the museum move from like here to here. I feel like it's going to frame this little corner of the river super nicely. That would be fantastic. You'll see I've also moved Able Sisters and Nook's Cranny. I'll get to that in just a second because I know you're seeing this BBG question mark. And that's because when trying to figure out what I wanted to do on this great big space of what will probably be nothing for a long time, I decided that maybe I would like to have a black botanical garden question mark. On my island Sezurbia, when we fly over it, you can see I've got like my botanical gardens of like all of the different kinds of flowers in all of their variations. That's what I mean by a botanical garden. I want to have a garden space of all of the black flowers. Have a botanical little section for black roses, a section for black lilies, a section for black cosmos, and is there any more? Black tulips. Yeah, so that'd be perfect. We could split it into 4. We've got down on the beach area, down by the airport. You're seeing this winding path here. Look, I have been watching Will Simsy's Animal Crossing playthrough, and I may have taken a little bit of inspiration for her. I don't really know what to fill this area with, so I wanted to do like a winding path. Maybe we could do a little extra cliff top. I can already picture having like a gazebo on top of the cliff top with a little waterfall. Over here, you'll be seeing I have this pond in the shape of a skull. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I want to give it a try. And I thought that maybe instead of even putting it over here, because I don't know what I'm doing with this side of the island just yet, that maybe I could try doing my skull pond at the bottom of this waterfall. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it happen, but I could give it a try. But that won't be for a long time anyway. So that's just something, just because when we come out of the airport, we're just going to be looking at a great big expanse of nothing, okay? And so to have a little bit more mystery and intrigue to the entrance to the island from the airport, I just thought that could be something really cute. And if we can do a skull pond at the bottom of it, I feel like that would be pretty sick. With a little cute, we could make a little gothic gazebo area at the top of the cliff. I think that could be really cute. I don't know what I'm doing with the rest of this area yet, but now let's get down to this part of the beach where we have the carnival. Currently, my house is right here, and I have like a Halloween display of goodness right here. But eventually, I do think I would like to have a carnival. I talked about like doing a boardwalk carnival. We could start it up on the land and then extend it down onto the beach. I think that could be really cute for all of the carnival stuff. And then I've put Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters down here because I kind of like the idea of, you know, when you go to a carnival, there's generally a place that you can buy merch from. Like they'll have like merch stands or food shops or things like that. And we don't so much have food shops in Animal Crossing New Horizons, but we do have shops. We have the Able Sisters, we have Nook's Cranny where you can buy things. And so I thought it's kind of like an extension of the carnival where you buy stuff related to the carnival, even though that's not technically how it works. Just pretend with me, okay? I just feel like that's a cute little solution because aside from that, I had no idea where I was going to put Nook's Cranny or the Able Sisters, and I think having it near a pretend carnival is kind of a solution, right? I like that idea. I think it's pretty cute. So this is the map that I am working on at the moment. We're going to start terraforming today, but we're not going to get everything that we see here done today. I really just want to focus on terraforming this section here, building it out more on this side because it's currently really thin over here. So I need to move my fruit orchard trees out. I need to move my flower breeding section out and move my fruit orchard trees over here. And then we're going to be able to extend this part and build up this part to be the area that I want for the majority of our villages to live in. Okay, so that's the plan for today. With that being said, let's now jump into Animal Crossing and get started with it. So I hope that all of those plans that I just mentioned make sense to you. It's one of those things, it's really hard to plan it out until you're actually looking at it. And we can look at the map throughout the day as we're terraforming to see how it's looking, and you can start to see the changes that way. It's really hard looking at it when you're just drawing over it, right? So I hope that that made sense to you. It makes sense to me, and I am so excited about those changes that I can see on the map. Like it took me a really long time to even come up with that concept. Like it probably took me an hour and a half to come up with that. And I put on some music, I was staring at the map going, what am I doing here? And then it all just kind of came out in one great big lump, and all of a sudden I didn't want to stop. I just wanted to keep going and going and going and going and coming up with more plans. So that's where we're at with that. But before we do anything else, I really need to check what the turnip prices are doing. I'm gonna load up Sezurbia as well because I haven't even done that yet. Let me just get Sezurbia loading while we're checking out what the prices are doing over here. All right, so what were we at this morning? I can't remember what we were at this morning, but it was definitely not anywhere near profit. It was still going on the downward trend. I think we were in the 70s. Let's see, what's the turnip prices doing? Oh, it's happening. This is what I was talking about this morning where I was hoping that we were going to do a big spike. What do I do though? Okay, so if we are in the big spike pattern, going off of last week when we had the big spike pattern, we had low price and then it jumped up to a decent price and then it went right up for the next price. So, I mean, I'm definitely going to see what the prices are doing on Sezurbia before I make a decision, but I'm thinking that even if Sezurbia is not in profit, I don't think I'm going to sell for this one. I think I'm going to wait and see what the prices are doing tomorrow morning. I'm playing risky this week. It paid off last week. I'm hoping it's going to pay off again this week, right? So I'm not going to sell for those prices at the moment. We're still loading in on Sezurbia, so I'm just going to switch over right now. And we're going to get things started, right? All right, here I am, Sezurbia. I have CJ here today, but I'm not going to visit CJ today. I've got... Unless we're coming to sell on Sezurbia. If we come to sell on Sezurbia, then maybe I'll sell my stuff to CJ here. But I just need to see what is the price doing for turnips over here, right? All right, here we are. What's the go? Okay, so... It makes me think that we are on the trend that doesn't ever see profit here. And that maybe on Sezurbia, we are on the random spike, the big spike. I would love it if we were on the big spike on Sezurbia. So, because we're definitely not selling for this price, right? So let me just get out of here and switch back over to Sezurbia. Sorry, let me just save and exit over here because I don't need that anymore. And I do think I'm just going to wait and see what the prices are doing tomorrow morning, and I'll make a decision tomorrow morning, okay? Could you imagine if we were lucky enough, and it's only lucky enough because I have 2 islands to be checking prices on all the time. But if I got lucky enough to have 2 big spike weeks in a row, oh my God, I would die. I wouldn't die. I would live. I would live for that. That would be amazing. So amazing that my fringe looked awful. You guys didn't tell me. Anyway, while I'm here, I'm just going to quickly go over some Nook Miles achievements that I have completed with you guys. Some ones that I have waiting to be ticked off, right? So, because we last episode got the Nook, we purchased some stuff with Nook Miles and we got the ability to cook recipes. Well, I learned a whole lot of recipes, and over the last couple of days talking to villagers, they've given me a couple of recipes that I haven't learnt yet. They're in my pockets waiting for me to learn. I want to learn them with you, but because we've got the ability to cook now, we have writing a cookbook. The recipes in your collection could stretch for miles, so allow me to present you with these miles. Delight the eyes and stomachs of your neighbors with all your delicious creations. Absolutely. So we know 13 recipes currently. We need to get to 13 recipes learnt. Like I said, I've got another 3 in my pockets that I have yet to learn. Very exciting, but we'll take a look at the recipes that I know in a minute, right? So then what's next for Nook Miles? We've got executive producer, because I've been harvesting our pumpkins, because now that I'm looking at starting to terraform the residential area, I want to be making some of the spooky fence, because I think the spooky fence, which is the one that you get from the Halloween event that requires pumpkins to be built, I'd like to make some of that to fence in around the yards of what's going to be our residential homes up in the cliffs. So I've started harvesting pumpkins so I can have lots of pumpkins to make the spooky fence, right? So here we go. I have harvested 28 pumpkins. So that description, by the way, says nothing feels quite like harvesting produce that you grew by the sweat of your brow. Yes, yes. Now go enjoy the fruits of your labor and the pumpkins, carrots, sugarcane, and potatoes too. Absolutely. You forgot the wheat though. And the tomatoes. Oh no, you didn't, because tomatoes are fruits. Silly me, silly me. Anyway, there we go. Let's go to the next one. That's one smartphone. Nothing makes a smartphone manufacturer happier than a user who gets the most out of the device. Me. I use my phone so much. It's crazy. I'm constantly like doom scrolling on ghost TikTok. It's bad. Anyway, and listening to music on my phone and stuff as well. Anyway, and also like posting, like promoting videos and stuff as well. It's fine. Anyway, at least that's how Nook Inc. feels about the Nook phone. So we're giving you miles just for using your phone. Fabulous. That's a one and done. I love one and done ones. So good. I can mark off in the journal. So good. Do I have any more though? Let's see. That might be it. Yeah, that's it for the moment. That's totally fine. But we've got some interesting Nook Miles Plus. Selling shells, I can definitely do that. I think I've got some at home that I can sell actually. Customizing items. I could go and get some more custom designs to make some signs and stuff, so that could be fun, but not right now. The priority for today is terraforming, right? Catching bugs, talking to neighbors. These are all things that I can do as I'm like going about and doing other things, right? Cool. Well, let's go and check the mail, because that's another thing that I have to do right now, and also learn these recipes. Sorry, a weird hiccup. Let's go and get the mail. All right, let's do this. Ooh, lots in the mail, including I forgot that we got a piece of art from Reds. On behalf of all of us here at Jolly Red's Treasure Trawler, I'd like to thank you for your wise and, if I may add, final purchase of a serene painting. Thank you so much. I can add that to the donate pile. Next episode, I promise, we're going to be able to donate to Blathers. I want to dedicate next episode to doing what Blathers wants us to do, and also to donating to Blathers, okay? Because I'm hopefully going to even find a couple of little bugs that are now available in December that I'm going to be able to add to the donation pile today as well. So that's cool. Thank you so much, Red. I can throw that one away. We've got a letter from Happy Home Academy. We got a rank B. Feng Shui isn't everything, but it's not nothing, you know. Try putting yellow items on the west side of your house. I don't think I have any yellow items, because yellow's not my color. Anyway, Daisy May giving us some more. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I'm going to give you a special recipe straight from Graham as my way of saying thanks. I was going to say some more, Bamboo shoots. No, it's a recipe. Thank you so much. So I've got 4 recipes to learn now. It's probably going to use bamboo shoots, though, as one of the ingredients. Anyway, Bank of Nook. This is so good. Now that we've got a lot of money in our bank account, thank you for maintaining your Bank of Nook account. We do appreciate your business. You've earned interest of 1,047 bells has been added to your account. That's so good. We made money for having money. I love that. Anyway, Huck's given us a present who says to the ever stylish sezrawrr, you know that my style is always on point from head to toe, and sometimes when I see something that would look good on someone else, I get it for them. Well, today's your lucky day. Try them on from Huck. I wonder what he got us. And from Mom, now that we've got, oh my god, look at the card, it's so beautiful. My dear sezrawrr, fireflies light up the night sky. They do. I have to catch them before the end of December, taking my mind off the stresses of the day. As I watch, amazed and distracted, the mosquitoes make their move. Yes, I've got to catch one of them too. I'm terribly itchy from Mom. I mentioned in the last episode, I think, that I am allergic to mosquitoes, that I get really big welts from them, so yeah. I totally relate. I'm going to keep that one because the card is so beautiful. We've got something from Label. Thank you for the other day. Taylor's tickets. That's totally fine. Thank you so much, Label. And the last thing we've got is a letter from Barrel who says, sezrawrr, the letter writer. I haven't written a letter yet. Maybe he's telling me I should. Anyway, I like writing letters because it makes me think about how my grandma wrote letters before people quit writing letters. I thought he was going to say it makes me think about how my grandma wrote letters before she died. That's what I thought he was going to say. Thank goodness it didn't go in that direction. Anyway, write a letter, sezrawrr, be like my grandma. He's telling me to write a letter. I'll write a letter to Barrel. She smelled good, he said. Aw. That makes me think that she's died now. Anyway, that's fine. I'm going to keep that one. We will write a letter, but first things first, I've got to open the presents and learn some recipes, right? So here we have a serene painting. I'm going to go and drop that over with our other paintings ready to be donated. Cool beans. We've got Kabu Ankake. I'm so sorry. I'm probably going to pronounce recipe names incorrectly. Mentioned a couple episodes, I'm not cultured. I'm not. I'm probably going to pronounce things incorrectly. I might even look some things up before I say them. Anyway, we'll learn that one in a minute. Let's see what this present is. Is this from Huck? Antique boots. What do they look like? They're not quite my vibe, but thank you so much, Huck. I'll probably be selling them. Anyway, what's this one? We've got Mom's handmade apron. It's pretty cute. I won't ever wear it though. It's fine. Anyway, what's the last present we've got? It's Taylor's ticket. That's totally fine. Let's go and drop those things off into storage. We'll learn the recipes as well while I'm here. And I've got recipes to learn. So we've got mushroom potage. Am I going to look up how to pronounce this? Mushroom potage. Cool. Let's learn this one. Huh, okay. Yum, now I can make some mushroom potage. Very nice. And what do we have here? We got some snack bread. Let's learn that one. We got this recipe from Matilda the other day. She was making some and she gave the recipe to us. So good. I already know what the next one's going to be. It's going to be some spooky cookies. This was the first recipe we ever got. Let's finally learn how to make some spooky cookies. And I might even make some and just put them out on a table eventually because they're kind of my vibe. They're really cute. We'll have a look at what they look like in a second. Okay, I think it's pronounced Kabu Ankake. Let's see what this recipe is, though. I'm sorry again if I am pronouncing it incorrectly. I'm doing the best with what I can see here, okay? Now I can make some Kabu Ankake. Let's have a look at these recipes and all of the food recipes that we know because we do know some new ones now. So this is the mushroom potage. Very cute. This is the Kabu Ankake. That looks really nice, actually. It takes turnips. That's interesting. That's why Daisy May gave us that recipe. That's so interesting. I think there's a couple more recipes that actually use turnips as well. We've got snack bread, which takes flour and sugar, and there's the spooky cookies. They're so cute. So I do actually want to make one of every single recipe that I learn, and I'm going to need to actually mark off in my journal the recipes that I know. Let's go and take a look at These are all of the savory recipes that we have learned because just by unlocking the ability to cook, we got a whole heap of recipes. So we know how to make flour. We need some wheat for that. We've got plenty of wheat. We need some sugar cane to make sugar, and we're going to need wheat and sugar several times in other recipes, right? I don't have any sugar cane yet. We can go to Harv's Island and see what Leaf is selling because it's a new week. He should be selling some new starts. Hopefully he'll have some sugar cane because we're going to need sugar for a lot of things. We know how to make some squid ink curry. We know how to make tomato curry. We know how to make squid ink spaghetti. I got some of these by catching some fish. I unlocked some recipes like by catching squid. I learned how to make squid ink spaghetti and also squid ink curry. So interesting. And with some other fish that we're going to catch, it's also going to give us the option to learn a recipe as well. Super fun. So we also know how to make a pumpkin bagel sandwich. Very nice. And carrot potage. We know how to make barred knife jaw carpaccio and grilled sea bass with herbs and some argy fry and some, oh goodness, some pescal all'acqua pazza. I'm so sorry. Please don't hate me for butchering the names of recipes, okay? I'm so sorry. I'm doing what I can. All right. So I'm actually going to go back into recipes for a second, and I'm going to put a star against all of them. Helps if I do the right thing, right? Here I am, because like I said, I want to make one of each of the recipes that I learn, because we do have to make a certain amount of dishes to get Nook miles as well. And I think it would just be a really cool way at exploring all the recipes that I learn is to make them at least once, right? So we don't have the facilities in here to make a kitchen yet. That's not the priority today, but that will be coming up. Okay. Now, while I know we are going to be terraforming today, that's going to be what the biggest part of this episode is going to be, but I think I do just want to stop by Harv's Island really quickly. That was cute. You guys, you're adorable. Anyway, I want to stop by Harv's Island, see what Leaf's got in stock, and I want to buy another art piece from Red as well, okay? So we'll do that really quick, and then I promise we'll get to terraforming. All right. I want to fly. Roger. I want to visit Harv's Island. Roger. Yes. All right. I got it that time. Roger, ready when you are. Let's go. Let's go to Harv's Island. Let me just grab my journal out. Because Harv should hopefully have... No, sorry. Red should hopefully have 2 new art pieces on display. We won't hopefully see that same fake statue because it's a new week. All right, touchdown like playing the drums in an encyclopedia. We are parked and proud. Yes, we are. I'm having one of those days where my words are just coming out all wrong. It happens. And over here, they don't get edited out, right? Oh, see, this is interesting. Because we have the same statue, but he's not carrying the book this time, so he's real. And straight away, I already know we've looked at this little statue before. I can't remember what it's called, but the fake version has antenna, and we can clearly see there's 2 antenna right there. Which means I know straight away this one is the genuine artifact. So we're going to buy this statue today. I didn't even need to take a closer look because I just know this is the Gallant statue. That's so good. And I'm even just going to confirm with my journal. The Gallant statue says... book. There is no book in that arm today, my friends. So here we go. But maybe the price scared him off. So I'll sell it to you for 4,980 bells. Deal of the summer. You in? You got a deal, Red. Ha, you are not going to regret this. I'll just take those bells from you. Thank you so much. Yep, it's all there. Congratulations. You are now the proud owner of a Gallant statue. That's so good. So for next episode, we'll have that to be able to donate as well. Here we have Leaf. Leaf is all established and ready to go, and that's so exciting. Let's chat. Harvey says, hey there, let me introduce you to an old pal of mine. This is Leaf. I know Leaf and I love Leaf. He's the Bob Ross sloth and I love him. Now, he's got the greenest thumbs you'll ever see and he's going to be opening up a garden shop here. I know, I'm so excited. Oh, Harv, we know each other. How are you, sezrawrr? I'm good, thanks, Leaf. How are you? I'll be here with my usual selection of happy little plants and seeds on days when I'm not on Sezurbia, sorry. Do you see what I mean, though? He's just so, like Bob Ross in sloth form. I love it. Anyway, isn't that peachy? I think we'd all be as happy as Leaf's little plants if we lived a little greener, don't you think? Yeah. I'm loving all the peach vibes. Anyway, I hope you find everything you need to make your island as vibrant and full of life as possible. Well, I'm hoping he's maybe got some sugarcane today. That'd be nice. So take your time, see what he's got to offer and enjoy yourself. See you around. You will. All right, I can hear Cyrus hammering away. I don't need to see him today, but Leaf, how are you? Hey, sezrawrr, nice to see you. It's nice to see you. I'm so happy I was able to open my shop here on this island. Oh, me too. I stock more types of starts, plus I started a traveling weeding service. Thanks again for your business. Oh, it's my pleasure. Hey, what can I do for you? I'm here to shop. These are all the lovely little seeds and starts I have in stock today. Let's see. Oh, I've already got carrots and wheat. It's fine. I don't think I want to buy any of the bushes. I mean, I could get the red camellias, but I don't even really like the camellias. They're kind of one of my least favorite bushes, so I don't really want to get them. We've got enough pansies and stuff. I don't think I'm going to buy anything from you today, Leaf. You got to do what makes you happy. I'll be here if you need me. What a guy. I love Leaf. And look at his cute little caravan as well. So cute. All right. So, down here we have Kix, and I don't think I want to bring Kix over to the island. I was going to bring Sahara over next, but I don't know if I can while she's visiting us on our island. Hello, good friend. We are accepting donations to fund a merchant offering rugs and mysterious wallpapers, partner. Our goal is 100,000 bells. Currently, we have 1,990 bells in donations, which is just lovely, isn't it? We still need 98,010 bells. If you can spare even a single bell, great. We appreciate your support, friends. Sure, I'll help because I've got well and truly enough to give you the whole lot. May I have 98,010 bells as a donation, friend? You sure can. We just reached our goal of 100,000 bells. Isn't that great? The new co-op will open soon. So next episode we should have Sahara there, but right now we have Sahara at home on their island. I need to check in with her and see what she's got today. That's so exciting. And then we'll have 3 more vendors left. Now, I'm not going to sit down with Harriet today. I'm so sorry. I've got other things I want to be doing today. That's all. But where is Harv? Harv, did you come back down the front? Yeah, you're playing your tambourine. You go, my guy. Hey, sezrawrr. I heard you pushed us over the top with a generous donation today. That's just so groovy of you. I know, I'm such a groovy person. I'm not a big paperwork guy, but I did go ahead and file the papers for the new shop. It'll be open tomorrow. Hope to see you there. You will. In the next episode. Okay? That's so exciting. Anyway, that's all I needed to do here, so let's go home. Trainwreck Figgy Pudding is reporting Tango Tennis's go. Do you require assistance? Over. I'm ready to go home. You want to bust Bunsen burners and bounce back to Cherrytown? Yep, sure do. Roger, let's pack snacks and make tracks. Love it. Okay, here we are. So, now that we are back, I need to find the money spot. I need to find Sahara. And I then need to get started on moving some stuff, digging up some trees and moving some flowers so I can get my flower breeding section set up and my fruit orchard set up, and then we can start terraforming. Anyway, I need to look for the money spot and I need to look for Sahara. Beep. There's the money spot. That's one of 2 things that I needed to find. Thank you so much. Fabulous. Let's get 10,000 bells. Plant them. And there's Sahara. Okay, beautiful. I love when it can be easy finding stuff. So good, because I really do just want to get ahead and get started on doing things, all right? All right, let's put our little shovel away. Let's go and chat to Sahara right quick. Also, this is what I mean when I said I moved all of my extra flowers. They're now taking up space on the beach because I don't need them to be breeding anymore, okay? Sahara! Hello, you are calling me Sahara, for it is the name I have carried for as long as I have carried these rugs. I bring these rugs from my home, which is far, to help you decorate your home, which is near. I have small rugs, large rugs, and rugs with the medium space between. The design is seen after the buying, I know, my girl. I also have mysterious flooring and wallpaper. Oh, how surprising you will find it. Are you ready to buy? I'm going to buy a rug. Yes, I would like to maybe go with a medium rug. She always says my favorite size. Take the money payment, my girl. Thank you so much. Will I? I hope so. You will like the money, I know that. I know, thank you so much. Yes, yes, thank you. I will probably do that because I think I'm also going to buy a large rug as well. So we're going to get more exchange tickets and then we're going to be able to get some mysterious wallpaper or flooring. You just never know what you're going to get. You might find a new favorite that you can then reorder. Thank you so much. I know. I think I'm going to get mysterious wallpaper. I'm pretty happy with all of my flooring options that I've got. You just never know what kind of cool wallpaper we're going to get though. So mysterious wallpaper. Let's see. Thank you. That's so good. Surely your eyes will grow wide like mouth of yawning beluga whale. Your heart will race when you see it. I hope so. My wallet is now content. I hope yours is also content. Our wallets will find togetherness in the future. It's all good. Thank you so much, Sahara. I'm going to go and quickly deposit this money tree into the ground and also take the bells from this money tree. Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to chop this one down. Beautiful. Let's get this one planted. Okay, now I'm going to run home and quickly have a look at our rugs and our wallpaper. And then we're going to get started doing some stuff. Let me just talk to Huck real quick. What? Where am I? Who are you? What's going on? Me when I wake up in the morning. Oh, I guess I just fell asleep. You did. You're so cute, Huck. All right. Bing, bing, bing. Right. We're going to go into this room, our new room that doesn't have any furniture in it because it's going to be easier to see in this room, I think. All right, let's take a look at rug number 1. We got the blue medium round mat. I'm probably going to sell it. It's not quite my vibe. Let's have a look at the blue dotted rug. It's not quite my vibe once again, so I'm probably going to sell both of them. That's fine. Let's take a look at what the wallpaper is. Ancient wall. Oh, it's ancient Egypt wall. Yeah, I'm probably going to sell all of that. That's fine. It's all good. Let me just put that into storage because I'm going to need to make some space into storage anyway. In my pockets, I mean, because I'm going to be digging up lots of flowers and moving them in a second. So I would prefer to have as much space in my storage as I can to do that. All right, I've got extra shovels. Let's go and dig up some flowers, okay? And I'm also just going to grab some fence as well. We've got some of the simple fence here. I'm going to take the big lot with me. Let's go and get started because I'm going to show you why I have to start moving the breeding area first. There's a little process to this before we can get to actually working on the cliffs, right? I'll show you why. I've thought about this, my friends. Having some... Anyway, it's fine. I'm not even going to finish that. It's all good. Anyway, so over here, we have the veggie patch. This is pretty much going to stay here. It's just going to be expanded upon once we get some more veggies, right? We have my fruit orchard over here. I'm going to need to move all of these trees, though, pretty much, because I want to expand the cliff that we have right here. Because if we look at this section, this is going to be where I'm going to want my residential area to be. So I'm going to need to expand this entire side to be wider. Pretty much as wide as we have here, going all the way down this side. So we're going to need to extend a fair way out. Like pretty much past where my pear trees are, we're going to have to extend to. So it's going to be easier to move my fruit orchard completely But then I need to put my fruit orchard where my flower breeding currently is. So I need to move the flower breeding first, then I can move my fruit orchard, and then we can get into terraforming. Very exciting. So let's go and dig up my flowers. Including my black... Oh! I need that. It's the butterfly that I need. That's the peacock butterfly that I need. That's the peacock butterfly that I need. I need to catch that. I have to catch this by the end of December. I'm so sorry. I just need to go and catch this right now. I've been worried about this one because I haven't seen it at all yet. And I was like, it only spawns around black, white, and blue flowers. And I was like, maybe we don't have enough black flowers for it to spawn. And I was getting concerned because I hadn't seen any at all. And now we've got one. And I'm so glad I was here with you when I saw the first one. Yes, I caught a peacock butterfly. Now it's my turn to strut my stuff. That was one that I had to catch by the end of December. So let me just go to my creatures list. That's so freaking good. My December bugs, we now only have to catch a firefly for December bugs. And the other December creature that I have to catch is a firefly squid, which can be found in the ocean, obviously. So good. Both of those things can be caught at night. So we're going to have to do a December night episode and a later one as well, because we've got the firefly squids available from 9 p.m. But that's so good. I'm so happy I caught that butterfly. Now I don't have to worry about it anymore, right? So good. Let's dig up all of my black flowers, because you guys are definitely coming too. Also, do you see what I mean about the shape of the heart pond? I just kind of want to build out this side a little bit and try to make it look a bit more symmetrical, like a heart. Anyway, all good. Lots to do before then, okay? So get all my black flowers. And we'll get as many flowers as I can. I've got extra shovels, so I can easily keep going. I prepared myself for this because I knew this was going to be a task. There we go. There's the first one broken right now. It's all good. I've got another 2. Also, just going to quickly reorganize my pockets. You know how I do. Alright, I am going to pick up this. That's like a little garden tap to like wash your hands. Oh, we've got more. We've also got our first purple roses. Oh, so exciting. I didn't even look. Our black flowers are coming along so nicely. I'm going to pick up more of this fence, because I'm going to need a lot of fencing to fence in the breeding area so it doesn't get out of control. Alright, is that all the fencing? No, more down the bottom here. That's fine. Alright. Alright, I'm going to start by picking up that black rosebud. Very good. And I'll pick up the purple rosebud as well. Very good. Now, how much space do I have left in my pockets? 6, okay. What do we have 6 of? I've got 6 of the orange cosmos, so I'll pick them up too, and we'll get started on getting their breeding area established over there. That's 2 shovels gone. That's why I built an extra shovel. I'm going to need to build more though. I can already tell. This one's not going to last very long with planting all of the flowers. But that's why I do the flimsy stuff. I need to do the flimsy stuff so that it all breaks super quickly so that I can make more. It's all good, my friends. Let's go and get started with that lot. I'm going to need to vault over. Also, another really big part of the reason why I want to get started on the terraforming is being able to build my bridges and my stairs in the most accurate way, like in the places that I'm actually going to want them to stay forever. Now, I'm going to put on my island designer hat Here we go, my friends. Should I start up the Island Designer app and do some construction work? I sure will, because straight away I want to do a tiny little bit of terraforming right now. Island Designer is ready, so am I. I know how to do this. I'm so excited. Yes! Aren't we so cute? Anyway, so first things first, I'm actually going to go into cliff construction because I want to break down and make this line even, right? So I'm going to break this down. That was so satisfying. I loved that. That was so good. And I think I'm going to build up this edge all the way to the edge, okay? Well, not quite like that. That was not as satisfying. It's all good. Beautiful. And then we'll go out by one more as well. And to here. There we go. I like a nice even edge so that I can have my flower garden sitting right back up against that ridge, okay? That's a fantastic start. We're now going to get the dirt dark path out, and I'm going to lay down some of this over here. This is where I'm going to be planting, and like I mentioned when I was getting all of the permits, which we're getting Nook miles for doing this, by the way. When I was getting all of the permits, I said that I like to make it look like a garden by laying down some dirt. It just helps to make it look more realistic. Also, this dirt will show up on the map, so it's easier when looking at the map to visualize the areas that actually have dirt laid down, so I can see, oh yeah, that dirt patch is my flower breeding area. Oh yeah, that dirt patch is my fruit orchard, you know? And it's just so realistic to have dirt underneath all of these things. So we're going to lay it all out, my friends. We're going to have a really big flower breeding area. Let me just try and map it out this way a little bit. Actually, maybe I should start from this end because I need to see how far I can extend it this end. Eventually, I'm going to be moving this ramp over to like here. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should get this side built up the way that I want it to be as well. And I can do that in between this episode and next episode. Maybe I can just like round off that corner a little bit. Beautiful. So we've got an edge like that. And I want to put the ramp like right here, which means I'm going to need to clear some trees both down here and up the top. And then we're going to be able to extend the flower breeding area out a little bit further if I want to. Okay? But for now, because I can't do that today, I'm just going to see how far I can bring this down. Because I'm going to have to pay to have the ramp be removed. And it's going to take a day to remove the ramp. And then I'm going to need to purchase the ramp again and move it. And that's going to take another day. So it's going to take 2 days to actually be able to get the ramp placed where I want it to. I am just thinking maybe that's a bit too far. Let me just go back to my grass for a second. All right. I feel like that'll be a good diameter for the time being for this little flower breeding area. Like I said, we can expand upon it. It's going to be plenty of space, actually. Maybe I won't need to expand upon it. But I still will move, or maybe I won't move the stairway yet. The ramp yet. I don't know. I've got too much to think about it this time. It's like I say always, there's so many things that I need to do right now. Right? All right, let's fill this all in with dirt. This is such happy music. It gives me happy vibes. So I would also, when we're terraforming the next level and looking at starting to try and lay out where villagers' houses are going to go, I'm going to have to kind of measure how much space the villagers' houses need to take up. I would like to start building pathways and fences to line up with where villagers' houses are going to go, so I can kind of map out whether I'm going to be able to have 8 villagers' houses up in this area and then another 2 on the other side later on. I don't know. I've got 8 villagers at the moment, so that's totally fine. Don't round off the edge. I don't need the dirt rounded off. It's totally fine. I don't know how I'm going to go about measuring the space though. Maybe it's just like getting an object and lining it up next to the house to see how many tiles it's going to take up. I don't know. Anyway, come back here. All right, that is that patch done. This is so much space. That's so good. Let's get started. I might actually build the fence to start off with, actually. Because I'm going to need to fence from, like, here. Right? I know that's in a really awkward pathway, but I will eventually be moving that archway. Not archway, the ramp. Sorry. No, I did in fact tell you to turn this way. Thank you. And then we come out by one there, one there. Nope, okay, I did it wrong. There we go. And now if I come here, that should corner it. Beautiful. And we've still got some room to walk in between there, but I'm probably going to chop down this tree in a second. We are going to have to chop down some trees in order to make way, my friends. That's just the way things go. I can't help it. That's just the way it is. No, I did in fact tell you to turn that way. Thank you. My goodness gracious. Sorry, I know I just went silent for a second there. I've just got my thinking brain on, that's all. So I'm going to be leaving space to get in probably from that end and probably from this end because I can't place fences there. Let's get started then with actually getting our shovel out and getting digging, right? Here we go. I'm going to place my black roses up the back. And we're going to do another one down here. And then maybe we'll go here. And then another one over here. Get the right formation to make the most of our breeding space, right? Cool. And then I'll be able to put another one here even. Very good. Alright, now I'm going to then put my orange cosmos maybe over in this corner. Hopefully we can get some more black cosmos soon because there's one very lonely black cosmo. It needs some friends, orange cosmos. Seriously. Alright, and then that's the same thing. We'll pop them there for the last one. And then I'm going to put my black and my black cosmo and my purple flower. I'm going to put just up the back here, all right? Just as somewhere to store them. I can hear a balloon. I'll get that in a second. I didn't actually mean to put the purple rose there. I wanted to put it next to the black cosmo. All right, looks like the balloon is coming right above our heads pretty much, so let's get in position for that. Look, the butterflies are already loving it here and everything. That's so good. What did we get in our balloon? Underwater wall. I don't know if I want to learn that. Also, I am just thinking of changing the layout of this a little bit now that I've started. I've realized that I haven't used the space very well. Sometimes you just got to get started to realize that you've done it wrong. Okay? It's all good. I'm going to grab these ones and I'm going to bring it out by one more to here. And I'm going to grab this one. And I'm going to bring it out to here. And then I'm going to grab this one. And I'm going to bring it out to here. This is a little bit of a different formation than I would like. But like I said, I'm trying to make the most of a small space at the moment. It'd be easier if I could separate them completely. But at the moment, the space that I've got left, because I've still got to bring over my red roses, my red tulips, and my white roses. And I've got to fit them all in here. So I'm just trying to make the best of a small space at the moment. That's all the flowers? No, it's not all the flowers. Okay, maybe I can just chuck my purple rose and my black cosmo up here then. They can just chill here. Alright, cool beans. And maybe down over by this fence, I could put my little garden faucet. Yes, I can. Don't tell me that I can't, because I can. Thank you. Thank you. And then I'm going to put my little wheelbarrow next to it. There we go. Maybe I could bring that down one. That can't go in anymore. No, it can't. That's fine. Okay, let's run home. I'm just going to drop off my peacock butterfly with the other stuff ready to be donated. So very exciting. Very good. And now we're going to go and get some more of the flowers. Yes. Wait, hold on. I thought I heard a flea. I need to catch this flea for Pashmina because it's going to go towards Smile Isle. I got it, my girl. I caught a flea. The curse is lifted. And Pashmina says, fleas, huh? I should have guessed as soon as I felt the itch. Yeah, my girl, I'm sorry. Anyway, good looking out. I'd have been in for some itchy nights without you having my back, kidders. Very good. Let's go and get our flowers now. Oh, maybe I should offload the stuff that I don't want in my pockets, though. Do I have to get out of Island Designer before I can go home? Maybe I do. Also, something I've just remembered as well. At the beginning of the episode, I went, oh, it's the 1st of December. And that's because it's now summer and I wanted to change my outfit for summer. I think I'm going to do that. Like every season, I change to a different outfit to better suit the season. So maybe we'll do that really quickly while I'm here, okay? And offloading the things in my pockets that I don't need in my pockets. Let's go and change our outfit, my friends. Now that it's summer, I want a more summery outfit. Alright, an antique wardrobe. Should I change? Yes, I should. I love our wardrobe, by the way. It's so cute. Okay, so I've got lots of things for summery vibes, right? I've got some little worn out shorts. They're so cute. I think I need to take the stockings off, though. You don't really wear stockings in summer. And then for more, maybe some shoes. Let me just have a look. I've got these really cute little gladiator sandals that I love, so they're kind of the vibe that I was thinking, right? Now, what can I pair? I mean, we've also got like other dresses, right? But none that are, I mean, this one's got shorter sleeves. It's cute, but I'm just not sure. Right? This one's also got shorter sleeves. I want something that just looks fun, though. Like, I love my skull tee, my spider web tee. But I also do love the front tie tee. I think it's very cute. It could be cute with the worn out cutoffs. That could be a cute little outfit. Or, let me just think for a second. You know, I do actually think I like that for a little summery outfit because I think I want to save my skull tee and my punk pants, which is my other favorite outfit to wear with my boots. Maybe I could save that for like autumn vibes. Okay, so we'll do that for autumn. I think that my little front tie tee, I think that could be a cute little summery look. Let's go with that for our summer outfit. Very cute. We're adorable. Yay. Okay, let's go back out now that I've done all of that and get the rest of our flowers. Okay, Sorry, robot KK robot synth is just so good. I love it. All right. I'm coming for you guys. I should have made another shovel. I've just realized I need to go back and make another shovel. Another couple, actually, because we're gonna run out. They're gonna break. This one's gonna break. We'd probably dig like 2 flowers up and then it'd probably break. I'm so sorry. I will get it together in a second. All right. I need hardwood to make shovels. Let's go make some shovels. Cool. All right. Yes, I would love to craft stuff. Let's do it. I'm gonna make 3 shovels. And then I'll offload the rest of my hardwood at the front in case I need to make more 3 shovels. And then more 3 shovels, more shovels. And then I don't have to go back inside to get more hardwood. Nice. All right, let's drop off our wood. I actually want to favorite that one. It's fine, whatever. I'm still trying to get used to using the tool ring, but having to replace them in the tool ring once they run out is just really annoying. That's why I don't use the tool ring. Huck wants to talk to us. Huck, what's up, my guy? What's next? You know what's boring for me? Being at home alone. I don't know what to do with myself. He's gonna ask us to come hang out and I'm gonna need to say yes because it goes towards Smile Isle. Totally unrelated. Do you want to come over and hang out right now? I have to say yes. Well then, let's skedaddle before you change your mind. Very true, because I was thinking about changing my mind. Welcome and bienvenue. Welcome to Huck upon Sezurbia. You should know, my guy, that I don't know how to say things in different languages, but that's welcome in different languages. Thank you so much. Please relax and make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. That's French for please use a coaster. It's not, my guy. Even I know that. Your hay bed is an interesting choice. Anyway, do you want to play a game? Oh, I don't want to buy any of your stuff, my guy. No. I like buying new stuff more than I like keeping old stuff, so I'll probably sell whatever to you. I don't really... Are you sure? It's okay. I won't be offended. Actually, I'll be offended if you don't want to buy anything. Well, my guy, your vibe isn't exactly my vibe. I don't want anything, but I would love to play a game. What should we do now? Let's play a game. Yes, let's do that because I'll leave after we play this game, okay? The game is high card, low card. Cool. If you guess right, I'll give you a sleeveless parka. Let the games begin, Hopper. Let's do it. Draw the first card, my guy. And we've got the number 7. Nice. So the big question is, will the number on my next card be higher or lower than 7? Well, the odds would say it will be lower, but it probably won't be. Because that always happens to me in this game. I'm going to say lower anyway. The card is in hand. Now, is a number on this card higher or lower than the original 7 I drew? Because it can only go up to 9. So I'm going to say lower. Which will it be? Which will it be? This is so exciting. It always happens to me. Anyway, 9. Oh, that's too bad. The odds were not in my favor. So I guess today's not your lucky day. It wasn't. Well, the odds were in my favor, actually. It just did the other thing. Anyway, it's fine. But don't let one tiny little loss discourage you. There's always next time, Hopper. There is. I'm going to leave now. I'm so sorry. I just don't really want anything from your house. Headed out already? Well, I'm glad you stopped by. I got you something in honor of accepting your first formal RSVP from yours truly, Hopper. This is my ultimate jam. It's called To the Edge. Okay, let me write that down, my guy. Thank you for giving me To the Edge. Write that down in my notes. Where are my notes? There are my notes. I found them. To the Edge. Fabulous. That's the song that's playing in the background, right? Just don't listen to it too much and get it stuck in your head, or you'll hate it forever. It's a fine line. Thank you so much, Huck. Thanks for taking the time to come see me today, sezrawrr. You're welcome, Huck. And the did means that we got Smile Ale. I need to do that as much as possible because Smile Ale can take a really long time to get all the way to the end of. I haven't even gotten all the way to the end of it on my other island, Sezurbia, because it takes that long. Alright. Now we can come and get all of the flowers from over here. Because time is a-ticking and I haven't done the terraforming that I wanted to do yet today. Because I've had to do other things first. I should have done this offline, this bit offline. And then just been able to do the actual terraforming with you. We've done a little bit though, not very much. All right. My red roses, including some new rose buds. And last but certainly not least, my white roses. How much space do I have? Not enough. Okay, we're just going to have to transport all the red stuff at the moment. All right. Let's go. I'm just having a think. Maybe I won't need to move all of my fruit trees today. I think it's just the pear ones that we're not going to have enough space for. So maybe it's just the pear ones that I've got to move. Now, I think I'm actually going to place my red roses down here below my black roses because there is the opportunity that they could just keep doing black roses in the spot. Anyway, it just kind of makes sense. To me, in my brain, it makes sense. So I'm going to put my red roses here. And we're going to follow the same sort of pattern that I've got my black roses going. Although I think I've got one extra. The buds. I didn't want the extra buds in here. So I'm going to take the buds out and replace it with the fully grown so that I can water these and hopefully have more black buds be breeding in tomorrow, right? And then below the red roses, I'm probably going to put the white roses. Over here, I think is where I'm going to put my red tulips. So we'll start doing the tulips from here down, I think. That's not where I wanted to dig the hole. That's also not where I wanted to dig the hole. Here. Thank you. My goodness. Jeez Louise. I know technically you don't have to dig holes to do the planting, but I like the flowers to go where I want them to go. And I'm telling the flowers where I want them to go right now. That's what I'm doing. Okay, and then it looks like we could start extending the tulips down by one more level. So I can get one more red tulip, which I actually do have an extra red tulip over on where I put all of the red flowers. Down here, or where all the red flowers are. And I've got some red tulips right here that I can dig up and swap. So I'm going to plant the red rose buds that I've got there to get them out of my pocket. And we're going to go and put the last of the red tulips in to finish off that little section. Nice. Our shovels are doing better than I thought they would as well, which is so very good. So now I just got to go and get my white roses. I might even be able to extend more out. I don't know yet. We'll see how I feel. I'm gonna just vault over here. It's probably gonna be the easiest way to vault right over here. Cool. Let me get my shovel back out. See, I just can't get used to the tool ring. I just don't automatically go for it. Anyway, it's all good. Let's get these white roses. Thank you. Dig the hole. Kick the hole closed is what I meant. Cool. All right, 2 more. The white roses are really pretty. I just think the roses are really pretty. I just like roses in general though. I'm a rose girly. I'm just a classic rose girly. I just love roses. Ooh, another balloon. Thank you. A short sleeve dress shirt. No, it's gross, but thank you. I will sell it for money. Nope, I'm gonna tool ring it this time because I've got my vaulting roll in my vaulting pole in my tool ring. And then my shovel. All right. Let's get these white roses in. So if I were to then continue on down to the next... Although I do have more red roses, so maybe I could do 1 more layer of red roses because I'm just trying to focus on getting as many black things at the moment as I can to start decorating the island with. So I've got another full red roses here. And then I've got the buds over here. And I think that's all the extras of the reds that I've got, the red roses. Yeah, that is. Okay, cool beans. It's all good. But we are going to start another level of the red roses, I think. And then 1 more. No, I turned you and then you turned back, you silly. It did it again, immediately. Seriously. Drive me crazy sometimes. Alright. Now I'm going to go down the next level and we're going to start doing some white roses, right? And then we can get all of these watered and we can move on to the next bit, which is going to be moving my pear trees. I think I'm only going to move my pear trees for this episode because I desperately want to get up and level out the cliff, the very top cliff. I desperately want to do that. So that's all the flowers placed. Let's get them watered. I've got plenty of watering cans. We'll start with our pansies, our cosmos, sorry, our orange cosmos. If you could actually water the flowers would be nice. This is why I carry lots of watering cans. It's all good. So... I'm thinking about the timeline for when I want to build another plot to get another villager in. I think I would like to do that soon. Maybe after I start looking at getting this layout done and moving some villagers' houses and working out exactly where the plots are going to go. I could do that. I've got the space for 2 more villages. It's just also about having the time to go villager hunting and dedicating to go villager hunting. And I don't know if I'm quite ready to do that yet. I do want to do... I say that, but I don't have enough. I want to do another amiibo card opening video soon, but I don't have enough amiibo cards on me to do another amiibo card unboxing video soon. So I need to get some more. Which I can do. It's fine. It's just, it's getting close to Christmas, so it's like I don't know how long they'll take to get here, and also my priority is buying Christmas presents at the moment. I've pretty much bought everything that I need anyway. I'm very organized. I'm always super early with my Christmas presents. I don't like leaving it to the last minute, especially when it comes to getting like deliveries, because Australia Post always is just absolutely bombarded at Christmas time. And they can't guarantee the later you leave it. Like if you leave it to like a week and a half before buying an item before Christmas, like a week before Christmas, it probably won't get to you in time for Christmas. They're just that bombarded. So I'm always super early, so I make sure that my presents get here on time. Which means at the moment I'm not prioritizing buying amiibo cards, even though I really want to do. I do have like, I think I've got a lot of season 1 cards to open, because I thought when I made the last amiibo unboxing video, I thought that the amiibo cards weren't going to be able to be bought anymore because they'd been kind of discontinued. And then I guess in preparation for the big announcement of what's coming in January, they re-released them on the Nintendo store, because I wasn't able to find them anywhere that you could buy amiibo cards in Australia. I could not find them. And then all of a sudden, after I released the last episode, there they were on the Nintendo store. And I got so excited. I was like, oh my god, they just must have been like stopping them for a little minute for some reason. And then I figured out it's probably because they were about to make the big announcement that, you know, big changes are coming for Animal Crossing, and they're expecting a whole lot of new players to play the game, and now they're probably re-releasing the amiibos for that reason. So now I can get them through the Nintendo store once again, which is very exciting. I'm just going to get myself some cherries and eat them so I can move my pear trees. Yeah, so they're doing that, and now I can get my amiibo cards, and it's all good. But back when I made the last episode and I couldn't get the amiibo cards from any place where you could generally get amiibo cards in Australia, I looked on eBay and I found a couple of people from the US that were selling their official collection, but they were doing it in a mystery kind of way. So you don't know what packs you're getting, you don't know what cards you're getting, and they set it up in like a mystery way, even though they've been opened before, they're not brand new in packaging. And so I bought some from one of those buyers, and I've got them from series 1 of the amiibo cards, but I want to catch up and have a lot of season 2, series 3, series 4, series 5. I don't think I even got any series 4 for the first amiibo unboxing video. Dig up the tree. Thank you. Was it that hard? Apparently it was. It's all good. I'm just going to plant these over here for a minute just to get them out of the way, because I really just want to get up and start terraforming in the cliffs, right? But yeah, I wasn't able to buy Series 4 amiibo cards at all, so I have to really catch up and get some Series 4, right? So I've got some Series 1 from the person I bought from on eBay, which is really cool that they were doing that. That's a really cool way of recycling their amiibo cards, and I would recommend doing that where possible. It's just the shipping from America is always crazy, and there's no one in Australia that's reselling their amiibo cards that way. So I have some of them, and then from the Nintendo store, I've got some Series 2, Series 3, Series 4, and Series 5, but I just want to get some more. Like, I want to make a really long one, a really long unboxing video. Okay, here I am. This is where I want to terraform. I've just realized that I actually need to chop down some trees first. I want to, you see, this is where we're going to be starting to have the residential area. So we're going to move the ramp to over here, and then we're going to have a winding path over here, and I want my first villager's house to sort of be down around in this corner. And then we're going to have villagers' houses all the way up here, but I need to move this cliff out of the way completely. I want to completely remove this cliff so I can expand upon this area and make it a beautiful residential area, right? So to do that, I'm going to have to level the trees on here first. I'm just going to make sure there's no wasps hiding in them before I chop them down. Actually, I'll just go around to all of them first rather than just going backwards and forwards. So all that I am walking on right now is going to be completely gone. Okay, I want to open this right up until we get to about here, right? I'll probably cut this tree down, but about where this line is, that's about as far as I want to terraform. Okay, so I'm going to chop down all of these trees here, and then we're going to get to clearing that section. I'll come back and get the wood. Oh no, yeah, I'll come back and get the wood in a second. Let me just chop them down, and then I'll get my shovel out and remove all the stumps and get all the stuff. Oh, it is very satisfying chopping down trees like this. I love it. It's so much fun. And like I said, we are going to chop down trees, but once we start establishing areas and getting them all sorted and getting things the way I want them to, we're then going to be able to plant more trees, and we do actually need to plant trees for Nook Miles achievements, so it's all good. They're going to get demolished and chopped down for the minute, but it's not going to stay that way. We're going to be putting new trees in instead. Okay? Have no fear, my friends. It's all good. All right. 2 more stumps. I hope you find this kind of stuff interesting, by the way. I do. I always love watching, and I could watch for hours, people doing this kind of stuff to their island. I think it's super interesting. I hope you guys find it interesting, though. Right, now I'm going to descend from the cliffs. We're going to go right back to the base down here, and we're just going to level this entire thing out. I'm so excited to see how it's going to look without this extra cliff on top, right? So we're going to get right into Island Designer. Let's do it. Yes, we will. Let's start construction, my friends. Thank you. All right, let's get my shovel out. No, not my shovel. That's not what I need. I need this thing. Cliff construction permit. Let's knock it all down. So good. Oh, satisfying. I love it. Oh, so good. So fun. I love it. I think we are definitely going to have enough space to do villagers' houses and kind of stagger them like I had on the map, because I kind of had like one on the left, one on the right, one on the left, one on the right. I like that idea. I think we're definitely going to have the space to do that on this side, but we're definitely not on the other side of this river, and that's why I have to move my trees so that I can make some more space. No, it's better to go from this way, I think. No, don't build it back up. We're knocking it down, you silly Billy. Also, could you just imagine the brute strength you would have to have? My girl, she's strong as. She's beefy. She's eaten all the cherries and you used to move the trees that she used the cherries for. This is just raw strength from her, right? We've got another balloon. That might be over our heads, actually. I'm not sure if that's in front of us or behind us. It's hard to tell at this level. Right above our head. Perfect. What is it? Water flooring. Well, we got like a water wallpaper before, I think, an underwater wallpaper. So we've got water flooring now. Interesting. Anyway, I need to get back my cliff construction permit out, and let's do this. So good. I would also love to even the river out a little bit more because this is going to be very... Look, I'm very structured with my island. I don't really like roundness, the curvy edges. Like this curvy edge right here is kind of driving me crazy. I kind of just want to build that up. I like straight lines and angles. I like that. This is very nice to me right now, except I don't want it there. But I think I would like to make my rivers kind of straight and uniform because for Sezurbia, I kind of want it to feel like it has the man-made feel. It doesn't have like the natural feel because we've built it up ourselves. That's what kind of Suburbia kind of gives me that feel. So I want to try and make my rivers a little bit more uniform as well. So once we finish here, I'm going to go about trying to make this river look a bit more uniform. Alright, we're getting there. We're making our way through it. Oh, that one was a good one. I love that. Don't build it back up, you silly. We're removing it. Sometimes it can drive you absolutely crazy. The cliff forming and the water forming though, oh my god. The river stuff can absolutely drive you bonkers. If you just ever so slightly misaim where you want to go, it can ruin your whole thing. And it can be really frustrating. Okay, we're nearly to where I want to be for this part. Terraformed. Very good. I'm loving that. That was a fabulous little row there. I loved that. That was such a vibe. Yeah, let's do it here too. Very good. So good. Oh, I mucked it up. Itchy, 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 itchy. I can't remember if I mentioned it in this video or not, but it's allergy season in Australia. I filmed a main channel video and I can't remember whether, I think I mentioned it in that video, but it's allergy season in Australia at the moment. And I always struggle with the change of season firstly from winter to spring. It's always a struggle for me. I just cannot, my head cannot deal with the pollen, with the change in air pressures and stuff. And Melbourne is like the allergy capital of the world. When our weather is crazy, like our pollen count is crazy, it's really bad. We have thunderstorm asthma in Melbourne, where the thunderstorms that we have can actually have so much pollen and dust that it can wreak havoc on people that have asthma. So in our weather forecasts from Melbourne, they will quite often say there's a high chance of thunderstorm asthma today. Things like that. It's crazy. This is so much nicer. This is the vibe, right? But this is why I need to make my river more uniform, because we've got parts like this little dig out right here that's really taking up the space on this side that I'm going to need, right? So I need to make my river more uniform. But to do that, I'm going to need to terraform over the other side as well. I just want to come to the lower level for a second and just build up some of the bump outs that I've seen here though, because like I said, it kind of drives me crazy. I just want to have it all built up. I like lines and angles, even lines and flowing angles. Just build it up. Build it all up. Thank you. No, don't break it down. I want you to build it up, you silly. Oh, well now you've gone and ruined it, haven't you? Jeez. Nice. That just makes me feel so much better straight away, right? So now I feel like I'm going to go to the other side of the river and I'm going to terraform out the other side, and then we'll have a look at making some changes to... Thank you, Blue Bear, for coming and watering the flowers. We're going to make some changes to the river once I've done that. So over this side, I'm not sure if I'm going to need to clear trees over here on this part or not. I don't think so. I think it's just about building it up, right? So let's descend, my friends, because we're going to need to do this from the lower level. Because look, that is way too thin to do anything with, right? So this is why I have to just build it all out. And I might even just start building it all out from here, honestly. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to need to move any more of my fruit trees at the moment because I kind of want to go... I want to follow this line. So from here. And we're going to follow it down like this. So yeah, that'll like box in my trees beautifully. I know, I'm trying to not. I'm trying to do it like this, you silly. I knew exactly what I was doing. We're following that line down. Let's just keep going from here. It's going to be so much easier for me to just even be able to walk in the island in that bit, because I used to really struggle with that really skinny bit. So I'm so glad that I've got it. It's just going to make things so much easier just in that regard. Just in moving around. And once I have the bridges and stuff where I want to, to not be able to not have the need to use a vaulting pole all the time is going to be so good. Alright, we have nearly finished terraforming this section that I wanted to do though. One more little bit. Right there. Beautiful, okay. That's pretty cool. Love that. I do have the option to go further out if I need to, but for the minute I think I would just like to experiment with that amount of cliffage. I see a balloon. I'm going to need to cross the river to get it, probably. Because now I've got so much space over here. So much space for activities. But I'm definitely, now that I'm looking, I'm definitely going to need more space over here. Okay. It's fine. Maybe not today, though. I'm trying to think about how I would like to measure out. I got another straw boater. It's a hat. I can't put on a hat when I'm doing construction tasks, of course. How silly of me. I should have known better. Trying to think of how I'm going to measure out the space for villagers' houses. I think I'm going to build some of that fence I was telling you about, the spooky fence. And we're going to like measure it up against Raymond's house. So be like, I can place, I think it's like 2 bits of fencing on the side and maybe 1, 2, maybe 4. Maybe they're 2 by 4 is what I'm thinking. And maybe like I can square it out that way so I can, without moving the houses, I'll be able to visually see how much space I'm going to need for each house. That's kind of what I want to do right now. All right, let me grab, what do I need for actually the spooky fence? Because I may as well make the spooky fence because I know I'm going to want to build it, right? Here it is. I need orange pumpkins and iron nuggets. I don't have many orange pumpkins, I don't think. Let's see. What do I have? Oh, I've got 15. Okay, so I could make 5 lots of the fencing. And my iron nuggets. Okay, cool. Oh no, because it takes more than 1 pumpkin. So I'll make what I can, but it's not going to be much. I need to keep harvesting more orange pumpkins, right? Hopefully what I'm going to be able to make is going to be enough. If not, I could do it with the picket fencing. I've got plenty of the picket fencing. Maybe I should just do it with that, actually. I'm so sorry for changing my mind like this. Because I've got lots of this fencing, right? Lots of things in my pocket. That's so much better, right? Okay. Now, I am just going to quickly... Whose house is more open, though? I think... I don't know. I can move this out of the way. It's fine. All right, let's try just getting this fence out and seeing... Yeah, that's definitely like 2 tiles of fencing. And then it from the front... no. From the front... I know I can't go super close to the house. But I just want to measure the width. I think it's a 2 by 4. Yeah, it's definitely a 2 by 4, right? Yeah, we're in agreement that it's a 2 by 4 for their houses. Because I can quite... Oh, it's probably a little bit smaller than a 2 by 4, but that's probably the good measurement to go with. So I'm just gonna... I'm gonna make lots of 2 by 4 rectangles up there so I can try and visualize the space I'm gonna need for all of the houses, right? Let's go do that. So, if I'm starting on this side, I kind of wanted to have, let me just bring up my map for a second for me to look at, just so I can try and plan this out as best as I can. Oh, seriously? My monitor's doing a weird thing again. Hold on. That's annoying. Come on. Thank you. Come on. All right, now I can take a look at this, right? Okay, so I was thinking of having the ramp up to the cemetery like here. And then I was thinking of having a little house, probably somewhere like here. And it's right against the edge, pretty much. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to need to build one out so that I can build the corner of it. No, not that way. This way. God, it's really driving me crazy how she's changing direction like that today. It's driving me absolutely bonkers. And I'm going to need to do one further out again so I can corner it again. Oh, straight away. This is... The spacing on this isn't what I thought it was going to be. Unless it's that I need to go further back in my terraforming here. Maybe I need to come back a little bit in this. Like to a bit, one more, I reckon. I've got my map up and I'm trying to just look at this area. I know I said I don't like the rounded corners, but because we've got rounded corners over here, I could even build this up by one, this little bump out. Huh. So I've got the layout right here. So the ladder with the ramp, the stairs up. Yeah, it's about in line with where I've got it on the map now. I'm comparing it to the bump out that we've got on the side of the island here. So the stairs were in the middle here that I had, but I could bring them over, meaning that I could bring this fencing back a little bit. This first house could come back a little bit. So we could start this fence maybe here-ish, right? Because if the stairs are going to come out to about here, I reckon, I could bring them so that they're sitting over here. So then what if I... And this is so hard to plan without actually having the ramp in place. But if I put the ramp like here, so it comes to about... That's too far. So it comes to the edge of the ramp. Pretend that this bit of fence is the edge of the ramp, okay? Because the ramps take up 2 tiles. So that's the edge of the ramp. I could scooch a little house right back up against this area. I could do that. So that would potentially be like here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need to... Sorry, I'm going to have to pinch some space here for a second because I need to round a corner. 5, and then we're going to round the corner. 1... and 2. So it could even go back a further space, right? But if we say this is a house right here. And then, but then the whole thing is I wanted them to have like a little side garden. I just don't think I'm going to have enough space. And it's misleading, I guess, because when you're looking at it in the map, like if I bring up the map right now for you to see, you can see the houses themselves. They look so small on the map, but they're not going to be that small when we're actually physically doing it, right? Ah, it's so hard. Balloon. What you got for me? I'll take the 5,000 bells. Thank you so much. No, I need to get my wooden fence back out. I just don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if I've got enough space. See, I had the last house was sort of around this area, and then I had this little pathway leading to the ramp up. But then on this side was a whole lot of empty space, and I didn't really know what to do with yet. I still don't really know what to do with yet. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going for the minute, because then ideally I would have a bridge connecting here, which would mean that I would need to make changes. Now that means that this house is too far back. I'm so sorry. This is one of those things. It's easier for me because I know what I'm talking about, and I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. So I think I need to move it down, not by much, like to about here. 3, 4, 1 to round off the corner with, 1, 2, and then 1 more to round off the corner with, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a house, right? So then I would have path here, and then bridge would be like here, which I could do if I made the river more uniform. Maybe I need to spend some time making the river more uniform. Huh. Like, I kind of like the idea of following this line up, which means that I'm going to need to build it up here. No, build it up here. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. No, build it up. Did I mention that water-scaping can be really annoying? Because it can be really annoying. No, just build it up, for goodness sake. Thank you. And I am going to need to do this on the other side, because now you can see we've got a really skinny bit of river there. It's all good. And then maybe I could even break this bit down. Because when it comes to rivers and making bridges, you actually need to have a certain width for the bridge to connect. So now I feel like I need to cross to the other side and do the water-scaping on the other side to try and make it even, right? So I definitely need to break some down from here, right? Which is going to let me know that I probably need to chop down this tree here, because we can't have the trees be so close to the water. So I'm going to need to remove this tree. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking on how I'm doing for time. I don't think I'm going to be able to fully plan it out this episode, which is a shame. But hey, we've gotten a pretty decent start on the actual terraforming and the water-scaping now as well. So now I've done this. How thick do the rivers need to be, though, is the question. Do I go and pretend with Tom Nook that we're going to purchase a bridge right now so I can plan it and see if I need to make this part wider or not? Because I can make it wider if I need it to be. I don't know. Maybe I should do that. We'll pretend we're going to place a bridge. We will eventually place that bridge. It just means I'm going to have to carry the construction kit with me until I'm ready. I think that's just going to be the easiest way to go. Maybe I can do the same. Oh, I think we can only do one bridge and an incline at a time. Like, I don't think I'd be able to do both a bridge and an incline at the same time. But I think we're probably going to have to do the same thing when we are planning where the stairs are going to go. It's probably going to be easier if I'm just carrying around a kit so I can just imagine how things are going to look, right? Hi, Tom. I'm pretend buying a bridge. I mean, I'm buying a bridge kit, but I'm pretend placing it for the minute, okay? Because I'm not sure I'm actually ready to place it yet. Anyway, this is the construction consultation counter. How can I help you? Let's talk infrastructure. Yes, I want to do a bridge right now. Thank you. Let's build a bridge. Yeah. So, because this is going to be one that's going to be a permanent bridge, I'm not placing it permanently right now. But eventually I will be placing it permanently. And because I will eventually be placing it permanently, I would like it for it to be the stone bridge, because that's the vibe that I'm going with for this island, is the stone bridge. Okay? A stone bridge. And you're sure about this? You want to proceed with this bridge? Yes. Excellent. Let's settle on a location next. I know I will, but I won't actually place it today. I just want to have it in my pocket so I can imagine things. Right? It's all good. Also, I've just realized I have not got a thumbnail yet for this video, so I feel like I'm just going to do it in my cute little terraforming outfit, my little island designer outfit. And maybe I should get my island designer shovel out. Maybe we can stand like back here. Or maybe in front of the water. And I can get my little island design shovel out. I don't think I can do the camera stuff. Oh, I can do the camera stuff while I've... That's so good. I love that. Oop, no, I meant to... me. Over here. Yeah. Zoom in. Up a little bit. Nope, that's fine. And then... can I emote while I've got it? Yeah, that's cute! Oh, I reckon that's going to be a cute little thumbnail. I love that vibe. Maybe up just a little bit more and over just a little bit more. Alright, thank you as always for coming on the thumbnail journeys with me, like you always do. Now, I'm going to need to go back to the other side. Oh no, actually maybe I should do it from this side because I'm supposed to be measuring. So the bridge would kind of be like here. Oh, that's going to be way too big a gap. I'm not going to be able to place it there. So I'm going to need to bring this in. No, I'm going to need to build it up. Build it up. Thank you. And then we can corner that one. Beautiful. Angle that one, I mean. So now if I vault back over, and if we're saying that this is the front of the house, then according to my little map, we go straight from here to a bridge. We're not going to be able to go straight from there. We're going to have to come down a little bit from there to a bridge. Can I place my bridge here? I can place a bridge there. Let me see how that would look. Okay, so that would work. And then over the other side of this bridge, where that tree is, a little bit past that tree, directly past that tree actually, is going to be another house. This is a little bit higher in the river than I was planning to build this bridge. I'm not building it right now though. I need to rethink it because I'm not building it right now because I do also have the option to build it a little bit lower as well. See, over this side, the other house, the next house would kind of be like here. Actually, it was more like here. Okay, so this one was one that was on this side. Now, I do already know that I'm going to need to extend this area more this way, but I'm going to need to move my trees, and I kind of want to do that off camera. So I know that I'm going to need more space. It's just about planning out how far down I want this one to go, that's all. Oh, that's only 3. That's okay. It's more about, it's not so much about the width because I know I need to extend out more. It's more about just the height of the placement so I can see whereabouts I could build this bridge. So that's for the second house on this side. There's another house that I was thinking of building up here in this little dig out, but I don't think I would be able to move a house to be there unless I flatten this part out a little bit more, which I could do. I need to, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to have to chop these trees down. We knew that there was going to be more tree casualties. There just needs to be more tree casualties right now because they're in my way and I can't see. So I'm just going to make sure there's no wasps in them. And I might even chop this one down too. And then we're going to chop them down, okay? I'm so sorry to the trees. We will restore them eventually. You're just in my way right now. Whoopsie. All right. Now let's have a look at making this river look a little bit more flat, right? So I can see where what space I'm better working with to move a house back here, right? So if we knock this down a bit, that's cool. I'm happy for it to flow around like that. Let me just vault over. This is why I need a bridge built here, right? So I don't keep having to keep vaulting over. What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. Okay, so we can build it up. Build it up. Angle it out. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Break that down. Angle this one. Thank you. Build it up. Build it up. Build it up. Angle that one. None of that is what I meant. Anyway, build this one up while we're here. Now angle this one. No. This is what I meant when I said that water-scaping can be so annoying. Thank you. That's what I wanted to do. And now we need to build this bit up a little bit. No. This way. Thank you ever so much. Okay, how skinny is that? Let me just vault over and see how that looks over this side. Yeah, okay. So then I've got some space to put my last house on this side here. So let's block that out. So if we start, say, like here. 1, 2. I'm going to need extra to round it out. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to need to get into the next lot. 4. And then an extra 1 so I can round out the cornering. Okay. See, straight away, that looks very different to what I had on my map. But that's 2 houses on this side. The next one was sort of looking to be more like over here a little bit. So if I go like from here, 1, 2, I'm going to do 3 by 2 for this bit. I know that they're more than 3 by 2, but just so we can kind of visualize how it's going to look, like the staggering from right to left to right to left. That's what I'm trying to do right now. As well as see how many houses I think I'm going to be able to fit. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to fit 8 in this area, actually. Alright, so say that's another house. And then you're kind of getting the staggering. So the footpath is going to kind of start over here. And then it's going to go this way to the house. And then this way and down. And then back to this house. So this is kind of the vibe that I was looking at. See, I like that. That staggering. It's really cute. So you're kind of looking through and you can kind of see all the houses stacked. That's going to look adorable. I need to chop down this tree too. But I think... Oh no, I'm only supposed to fit 1 more house on this side. Okay, so we might be able to then. Right, that's interesting, okay? It's all good. This is why I wanted to plan it out with fences, so I could try and visualize it, right? Alright, so I'll probably extend this cliff out to the end. So we're going to follow this line all the way up. I have the option to extend it out further if I need to, but for the minute I'll extend it out by 2. But I need to move my fruit trees before I do that. But with that in mind, the last house that I had in mind, the bridge was sort of here. So I would need to do more water-scaping to make that more even. Let's do that then. So I need to build this up. And then we can angle this out. So, no. Yes. Actually, okay, no worries. Sorry, I was going to yell at it again, but it actually got something kind of half right. Anyway, I wasn't expecting that. So now I need to waterscape this side to make it more even. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And then it can probably even come down by 1 more. And then I'm going to need to angle it here. And here. And that should be pretty even once I do this little bit here. I mean, we can't see because the tree's in the way, but I think that's pretty even. So then, if I jump over to the other side for a second, I'm going to try and plot out the last house and then plan where the bridge would go. So, the last house in this little section, by the way. Alright, so if I say the last house would go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to round the corner here. 2, and 1 more to round the corner. I can't do that though. And now I'm stuck, okay? It's fine. You know what I mean though. Like, I don't even think I necessarily have to finish doing this fence, right? Like, you're going to understand that this is the last house right here. So that is 4 houses, and they are staggered, so my pathing is going to wind between them all and going to be super cute. So then, across from this house is where I'm going to have some stairs down, which is going to lead us in front of the veggie patch. So that's where stairs down are going to go. So then across from this house, it was supposed to be like the pathway and then across, but I think it's just going to more be straight across from this house. We're going to have a bridge. So let me imagine what the bridge will look like from here. No, I know. Let me turn and then place it. So second bridge could go here. Let me imagine it. So then the other house on the other side that I have not been plotting out, the empty side, the other house was going to go, I'm pointing as if you can see where my hands are on the screen, right? But it's supposed to be directly across from this bridge. I need to rethink it. I'm not placing it for the minute, but I think that could be a good spot. Let me jump over to the other side now. Because over here, it's supposed to be directly across and it's all the way over here. So let me just plan that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and an extra one. So I can round the corner. 1, 2, and an extra one so I can round the corner. That's a drone beetle on that tree. I also need to catch a drone beetle. That's one of the bugs that are available now in December, and I may as well catch it because it's sitting right there. Okay, I'm gonna catch this bug, sorry. Cool. It's all good, yes. I caught a drone beetle. Shouldn't you have more propellers? Technically, you should. So I can take that off my creature list. That's so good. This is what I meant when I said that I was going to have some more creatures to donate to Blathers in the next episode. That was one that I didn't need to catch by the end of December, but is one that is just available to catch, and I may as well catch it because it's right there, right? And now I don't have to worry about catching a drone beetle ever again. Anyway, let's finish up this now that I am not sidetracked by the drone beetle. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you already know these trees are going to have to go. They're just going to have to go. I'm so sorry, you guys. You're just right in my way. Wasps. That's why I always shake the trees with my net out. Because there's one more house that's supposed to go on this side, and it is actually down around this corner area is where the last house is going to go. So I think this is going to work perfectly, actually. I think this is this is going to work exactly the way I wanted it to, actually. Which is so good, but also I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting it to just be perfect, right? All right, let's dig up these stumps so they're out of the way. No. No! The tree stump! Thank you. I feel like I've spent the majority of this episode just yelling at my person. Anyway, it's fine. I'll keep that one for the minute because I'm more focusing on the houses. So the last house on this side is down. So we're gonna have our stairs up here. They're gonna come up around here. And then we've got a footpath and it's gonna go all the way, and we're gonna have the last house sort of about here. I don't want it to be hard up against the face of the cliff. One more. And then we round the corner. There's a balloon, but I'm gonna miss it this time, okay? I'm gonna let it go. Okay, and then we're gonna round the corner for this one. Round the corner for this one. Thank you. So this is perhaps even a little bit too far up. I could potentially move that back by one. Because there's still going to be plenty of space in between the back of this house and the front of this house for me to then put the pathway. So I think maybe we bring it back by one. Okay? I'm so sorry to myself that I have to rebuild this. It's fine. 1, 2, 3. But then that feels like it's way too close. This is why when I wish that we could work on half tiles in Animal Crossing. I hate the grid that Animal Crossing works on. It's so bad. The only other option would be to terraform this to move this cliff down by 1, which would then mean moving all of my flowers down, which I can do. I'll do that in my personal time. I think that's the solution, is bringing that all down by 1. Rather than moving all of this again, right? So I think I've only got one more house on this side to try and plot out, okay? So I've got this bottom house, I've got this house, then I need a house that's staggered over this side. And it's supposed to be across from this one. So if I try and do it directly across from this one, oh, this is gonna be plenty of space. I've done this strangely. I feel like it matches perfectly across the river. The way we've got it across the river is perfect. I don't think I want to change that. But I've done it strangely on this side. It's like I've made the space too big, but I haven't made the space too big. I don't know. I can bring that last house up ahead of us. Down, though, is what I'm trying to say. No way! I've used an extra 50 fence! That's crazy. Well, maybe I can take some of this back because we know that this is a house, right? It's all good. So where did I get to? I need to do one more and then another one because it is important that I start to round off the corner of this one so I can see how much space there is between these two houses. See, that's going to be directly across, which is okay. The bridge that I have on this side is supposed to be like here, that means. Which means I can definitely move this house down more. But then I'm going to have a whole lot of space that I don't know what to do with. Maybe I could fit an extra house on this side. I'm not sure. Like I said, I absolutely love how it looks on this side. I think this side is perfect. So we would have a bridge right here to lead across. And then we go up, curve, up, curve, up, curve to the last house. I think that's pretty cute. I could perhaps move it all up by 1 though. Huh. Which would then work on this side because I could move... Technically then I'm supposed to have the bridge right here. Like right here. And we can't do the bridge on the corner here. I'm going to need to play around with this. So maybe I'm going to do that in my spare time. Play around with this side. Moving it all up a bit. And maybe in the next episode, I'll have an update on that for you. It's just, I'm getting to the point where I am going to need to stop recording. So I think that's going to call it for the day. But that's a really good start with terraforming and with planning that side. That's what I needed to do, is to block it out. Because it's all well and good drawing on the map that I've got, right? But it's a different thing completely, actually trying to bring what's on the map to life. And there's still some more terraforming that I need to do, probably off screen. I need to move all of my fruit trees. I'll do that off screen as well. But yeah, next episode, I'll hopefully have a completed plan of this area for you so that we can then start taking that plan and making it a possibility, making it a real thing, right? That would be the idea. But next episode, we have to do the Blathers stuff first. I need to get the quest that Blathers is going to take us on. I need to get that sorted. I need to donate all the things to Blathers. So there's lots of things that need to be done, but I will hopefully have that plan all sorted. It's going to take me hours probably, but that was so much fun. I absolutely loved going through all of that little planning stage with you. We are just going to lay down, my friends. Because, you guys, my fringe looks awful, why didn't you tell me? I'll just forever yell at you guys about that. Anyway, that is another episode of Animal Crossing New Horizons done. I'm so happy to start being able to physically see what I've had in my brain and what I've drawn on this map come to life. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know how entertaining it's going to be. Let me know if you like this side of terraforming and stuff. I hope you liked my idea of using the fences to try and block out the houses as well. I thought that was pretty genius. And I'm really excited to get into next episode where we're going to do some stuff for Blathers. I'll have that little section all mapped out for you, and maybe we can start even building some bridges and inclines to connect and make it all actually a thing. I'm really excited to have terraforming underway with you guys. I hope you're excited for this next step on Sezurbia's journey. If you would like to see more of me, including more of Sezurbia's journey or amiibo card unboxings, they'll come eventually. Hopefully soon for the next one. So if you'd like to see any of that, then hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell next to it to let YouTube know you want to see more of me and of Sezurbia as well. And with that being said, if you liked this video, do let me know. It would mean a lot to me if you let me know, and maybe even leave a comment to say, hey, I thought your idea of using the fences was cool. I can see your plan coming together, and I think it's cool. That would be great. I would love that. But with that being said, you guys, I hope you're having a lovely morning, noon, or night, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope it's a good one, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.